G'day, I'm Brett. In this video, I'll be reviewing the GME MT410G PLB with GPS. Now, a life or death situation may arise while exploring Australia's vast outback regions, deserts or coastlines. All too often, the typical communication devices carried, like mobile phones or UHF radios, have insufficient range to contact for outside help. This is where a personal locator beacon, a PLB, ensures contact can be made with rescue services, no matter your location on Earth. A PLB transmits a 406 MHz UHF digital signal to satellites, providing global coverage. The COSPAS SARSAT network of satellites then forwards the received information to the nearest emergency services in your region. So inside the box, you get the instruction manual, a couple of registration leaflets, the black carry case, and the PLB. Now the G at the end of the model name, MT410G, means GPS equipped version. There was also a non-GPS equipped version, which I don't believe can be purchased any longer in Australia. That's just due to the GPS being a far superior model, as it reduces the amount of time it takes for rescue services to find you. The MT410G has an integrated 50-channel GPS receiver, acquiring your location to within less than 100 meters accuracy, up to around 45 meters accuracy at best. The latitude and longitude coordinates are included in the distress transmission, providing authorities with your location typically within 20 minutes. A beacon without a GPS may take satellites 90 minutes to 5 hours to determine your position, with a 5-kilometer accuracy. The PLB includes a high-intensity white flashing LED on top and an audible beep, which help attract attention when rescue services are in your vicinity. The distress beacon also includes a 1 to 1.5 MHz VHF homing signal, so rescuers can triangulate on your position when within range. The signal is emitted for a minimum of 24 hours. Instructions for activation and testing are printed on the back with diagrams. Now, the benefits of a PLB over a tracking device like the Spot Tracker, Garmin InReach, or perhaps a satellite phone is a PLB has a 7-year battery life, so it's always at the ready to go. I can throw it in the glove box, and for those 7 years I'm guaranteed to have a personal locator beacon in an emergency, compared to a tracking device which I may use up all the battery for sending check-ins or tracking functions. And a satellite phone, I might use it up for making phone calls, so unless I have spare batteries available, I'm out of luck. Also, this requires no ongoing subscription fees. I pay the purchase price once, and that's all I pay, compared to trackers and satellite phones. If I let the subscription lapse, the emergency distress function stops working. So for the purchase price I paid for this, which was 319 Australian dollars, average that out over the 7-year lifespan, it comes to $45.57 per year, which is cheap insurance to throw in my glove box, and I'm always ready to go on an adventure. Now, the only requirement for this GME PLB is every 7 years you send it back to the manufacturer to get a new battery and a full refurbishment. So they do a bunch of technical tests to make sure it's functioning correctly. In Australia, that costs $199. Now, on the side you'll have a use by date. Mine says September 2025. So as long as I return it by then, I can still get the new battery replacement. Now, this is actually my second unit. My first one has since expired, and I deemed it uneconomical to get refurbished as it was the earlier 16-channel GPS version compared to the later 50-channel version. But I'll use this now as a guide to show you how to activate the unit. So this has been deactivated and the batteries have been removed. On the back, there'll be a little black antenna here with a yellow button, or a little yellow arrow. You want to push this in and fold upwards. This will lock up into place and the antenna will be facing upwards. So be sure to have it, if you're holding onto it or putting it in place, make sure the antenna does face up for maximum transmission to the satellites, and try not to get anywhere near too close inside a car or under a cave or really dense foliage. You want to make sure this gets up to the sky. So this will now have an audible beep and flashing, but there's a 60-second delay before it starts transmitting the emergency signal. So if you do accidentally activate it and you need to deactivate it, there's a little yellow piece here on the lanyard. You put it into this antenna latch hole, stick it in, and that deactivates the lock mechanism, and you can fold it back down. So until 60 seconds, no signal is transmitted. You can also do a monthly test to make sure it works. That is a matter of sticking the same thing in to this bottom hole. It says test on the back. Push in, hold down for a couple seconds and release. It beeps and flashes twice, telling you that it's working perfectly. And that's basically all you need to do with this. It's otherwise kept in your pouch and it's ready to go in an emergency. Now this is truly an emergency device only, so it's life or death or limb, or if you have no other means of getting help. So if your car breaks down in a very remote area and you have no other communication device and you can't wait for travelers to come through because you're low on food or water, then this will be that time you might use this. So after 7+ years of ownership, I've had no issues with them. I've never had to activate one, thankfully. But this unit comes in at 250 grams, around 285 grams with a pouch. So if you're a long distance hiker and need the smallest, lightest possible unit, then this may not be the best choice. But there are several other alternatives on the market now, including one called Rescue Me PLB1, which comes in at 116 grams. So where to purchase? You can get them online and most stores for camping and outdoors activities. But you must know, do not purchase online from overseas markets, as each unit is coded for a particular region. So this one is coded for Australia, so I can only register it in Australia. So there's no point buying something from America, from Amazon, and getting it shipped over. And registration can be done either with the registration brochures that come with the packet or online with your national authority. The pouch that comes with it has a single belt loop on the back and allows for easier carrying and protection as well, so you can shove it into your backpack. All the cord just jams in and it's nicely safe and secure. So with the 7-year battery life, no ongoing subscription costs, it's waterproof, buoyant, easy to operate, has GPS positioning, and has an average cost of $45.57 Australian over the 7-year lifespan. It's an excellent investment for your safety. I'd highly recommend getting one if you enjoy heading into the outdoors in regions where phone or radio reception is not guaranteed. This will save your life. Thanks for watching. For more information, visit my website, roamingtheoutback.com. Click on Preparation, Gear, and the article. Here you'll find more detailed information and specifications of the PLB, as well as how to register the PLB online in Australia. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Visit my website, roamingtheoutback.com, for Australian travel destinations, vehicle preparation ideas, and gear reviews. If you'd like to help support the creation of new videos, please consider becoming a Patreon. Click on the Patreon button on the screen now. Thanks.